I believe personally in using the First Amendment to its maximum capacity. When you're not in a corporate environment, when you are free to roam, you can choose who to spend your time with, who to give your energy to, what to say, and how to specifically communicate those ideas. That's why I'm all about, in a general sense, treat people nice, treat people good. Don't go out of your way to inflict harm, to inflict pain on another human being. But when it comes to your interpersonal relationships, you should deal with people on your own terms. And your own terms should be customized based upon your desires. What you find out is once you take that leap from high school into adulthood, people like to go through seasons. They like to go through a period of time where they talk to you a lot. They give you the time of day. And then, for whatever reason, whether that's because they get busy with their own personal lives, they find a significant other, their circumstances change in some particular way, they like to sort of cut you off. I understand it's part of being an adult if you get busy with your life. I'm not even saying this is always a personal thing. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. It's ambiguous. But when someone becomes tepid in talking to you, it is your prerogative whether you want to continue to talk to them or not. I've seen this happen quite a few times that I will make an effort to reach out to somebody. They will barely respond. And since my emotional intelligence has improved over the years, I will quit messaging them, contacting them, or making accommodations to speak to them. Then, after a significant period of time, they will contact me. I will try to understand their circumstances. Especially if it is a good friend of mine, I will try to give them the benefit of the doubt. And then I make the assessment based upon the information that I gather. The worst thing you can do is make a decision based upon conjecture, based upon incomplete information. But let me explain two separate circumstances in order to be concise in my explanation. I have a really good friend. Me and this particular individual have known each other since high school, our sophomore year at high school. We're now in our mid-20s, about a decade we've been good friends. Well, for a period of time, I noticed that he seemed to be pretty busy. The first thing you do is you do not go out of your way to be in somebody's life if you can tell they are busy. Sometimes we're adults. Sometimes they have a death in the family. Sometimes they change monetarily. It's not always a personal vendetta against you. See, people like to view others in terms of how it benefits themselves. But that's another issue for another day. I digress. This individual for 2 weeks got really busy. I noticed when I would contact him, he would barely respond. He seemed to not be online very often. It is what it is. So what I did was, I gave him his space. I contacted other friends. I focused on my work, focused on exercise. And then I messaged him about 2 weeks later. I said, "Is everything going okay?" Then he said, "Yes, what do you mean?" I said, "I noticed that you seem to be pretty busy. I want to give you the benefit of the doubt. I don't want my opinion to be based upon conjecture." And then he explained that he lost his job, and so he was doing Grubhub. As a result, he was having to work every day. He had his phone cut off because he missed a payment. Everything was good. But you see, I gave him the benefit of the doubt. I didn't make an assumption, and now everything's good. We're back on the terms that we've always been on. I understand that. So everything is not a personal vendetta against you. Sometimes, as an adult, shit happens, and when that shit happens, it is what it is. There was another individual that quit contacting me because he got a girlfriend. As soon as she broke up with him, he started messaging me. He started engaging with me. He started begging me and groveling to me to hang out. All I simply said was when he messaged me after about a month, because I messaged him before that to see if he wanted to hang out. We were hanging out once or twice a week. I messaged him. I said, "Did you lose your girlfriend, or did your girlfriend break up with you?" Something to that degree. And then he said yes. I never messaged him back. He understands that one of the stipulations of me hanging out with someone is they got to give me time. He's been messaging me off and on. I've been ignoring him, and it is what it is. But I am all about dealing with people on my own terms. There's other people I met years ago. We used to talk every day. We used to hang out. We don't talk anymore. They come back out of the blue to talk to me. I'll ignore them, or sometimes I'll talk to them and then kind of go my separate ways. It was funny though, because I'm very direct with people. There was this girl that I used to hang out with quite a bit. I mean, we never were romantic, but we were decent enough friends. She went her separate way, and then about 8 or 9 months later, she came back and she tagged me in this post. It's like, "my close friends," and I commented. I said, "I'm not your close friend." I was like, if you don't talk to someone for 9 months, chances are they're not your close friend. But it's like, people don't like this because I'm a very honest, upfront person. I'm very direct. And they get angry about it. It's kind of funny because people just expect that if you communicate with them, they can do what the fuck they want to you, and you're supposed to just take it up the ass and keep talking to them. I never really got that notion.